So this talk is called Attack from Within on Einstein's relativity. In other words, using a Trojan horse approach. Academia does not like Einstein's relativity being attacked, and there are many defenders of it. So that leads to the attackers being blocked in many science journals by the defenders. While that is the case when trying to mount an attack from outside, that then leads to the attackers having to attack relativity from within, i.e. pretend to support it so they can attack it from within. That's the way Greeks did it with the Trojan horse. They had no success attacking Troy from outside, and so they tried attacking Troy from the inside using the Trojan horse. So a good example of an attack from within for relativity is this book, Unsolved Problems in Special and General Relativity. Instead of attacking relativity from the outside, is presenting a type of force front that is supporting relativity, and there are just some problems to solve within it. So this is the chief editor of that book, and he's a professor of mathematics. And so the preface says this book includes 21 papers written by 23 authors and co-authors. All papers included herein are produced by scholars from People's Republic of China, except for 2 papers written by other people. The editors hope that all these papers will contribute to the advance of scholarly research on several aspects of special and general relativity. This book is suitable for students and scholars interested in the studies on physics. Now mention some of those papers. And the first paper is written by this person. He writes that Einstein's general theory of relativity cannot explain the perihelion motion of Mercury. Einstein's explanation based on wrong integral calculus and arbitrary approximation is a complete failure. So basically he's saying what Einstein said about general relativity doesn't really work in regard to Mercury. And this is one of the famous so-say tests of Einstein's relativity, and he's saying no, Einstein got it wrong, it doesn't work. So this is why I'm pointing out this book is so-say starting from the false pretense of supporting Einstein's relativity, and now this is going to point out some problems with relativity, and basically those problems are saying it's all wrong, that Einstein's relativity all wrong. And the next paper is written by Zai Fen. His paper reviews basic hypotheses and viewpoints of space-time relationship in special relativity, analysed derivation processes and the mistakes in the Lorentz transformation and Einstein's original paper. The transformation between two coordinate systems moving uniformly relatively to another is established, and it's shown that special relativity based upon the Lorentz transformation is not correct, and that the relative speed between 2 objects can be faster than the speed of light. So basically saying Einstein is wrong again. He's saying special relativity as it's presented is wrong, in his words, is not correct. And he's also saying that objects can go faster than the speed of light, and people who believe in Einstein's relativity, general special relativity that is, usually think no, objects can't go faster than the speed of light. So Einstein's relativity is wrong, once again, by this paper, as per claim in this paper. And so the next paper after that, It presents problems with special relativity, including the principle of relativity as interpreted by Einstein conflicts with the uniqueness of the universe, and the light principle conflicts with the notion that natural phenomena depend upon mutual interaction and the involved relative motion. The principle contains a tacit assumption that leads to self-contradiction. So he seemed to be saying, yep, special relativity is wrong. These are the problems being pointed out in this book on special and general relativity. He's pointing out problems, and basically the problems are saying the theories are wrong. And then the next paper looks at Einstein's book, The Meaning of Relativity, and it says it makes a super mistake which leads to the famous twin paradox. And I think that's a typo. He accidentally wrote supper when it should have written super. So Einstein's book on relativity, it's making a super mistake in it. So, well, super mistake must mean there's something really wrong with the theory. And this person points out that he has studied Einstein's original paper on the electrodynamics of moving body for many years and found its own 30 unsolved problems at least. Einstein's relativity is a mistake from beginning to end. So he's saying Einstein's relativity is wrong. So this person writes, if one thinks of the possibility of the existence of the superluminal speeds, the speeds faster than that of light, and we describe the special theory of relativity following Einstein's way, it could be supposed that the physical space-time is a physical space-time. So he's trying to correct the mistakes in special relativity. There are other texts and books, etc., that might superficially give the impression of supporting Einstein's relativity, but what they're really doing is pointing out fatal flaws with it. Physics is supposed to be backtesting theories by experiment, so say scientific method, but that sort of process is sort of failed with Einstein's relativity. Einstein's relativity is a botched theory, and experiments to support it are botched as well. Botched meaning used to describe something, usually a job that is done badly. So the construction of Einstein's relativity has been badly performed, it's full of mistakes, and then botches are made to try to fix it. And when you do the experiment, well, they're just badly performed, botched experiments as well. It's all just a botched job. Finn, thank you, and that's the end of this talk.